Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for deciphering market movements. Today, July 20th, 2025, we're focusing on BTCUSD, a market currently influenced by a flurry of significant news events. Just yesterday, President Donald Trump signed a pivotal stablecoin regulation bill, a move that is poised to shape the future of digital assets, bringing more regulatory clarity to the crypto space. This development is broadly seen as bullish for institutional adoption, as it provides a clearer framework for big players to enter the market. However, alongside this positive news, the market has also been grappling with unconfirmed rumors of a drastic 90% Bitcoin fee cut, which developers have swiftly denied, highlighting the impact of misinformation on market sentiment. Adding to the narrative, the UK Treasury has also publicly denied widespread rumors of a planned $7.1 billion Bitcoin sale, further emphasizing the need for verified information in a volatile market. These denials likely helped to prevent deeper market corrections, keeping some stability amidst speculative waves. Recent headlines from Cointelegraph and CNBC have reported Bitcoin topping $120,000, even hitting what was described as a new record high, or at least trading significantly above it, after briefly flirting with $123,000 resistance earlier this week. While Bitcoin has been taking the spotlight, Ether has also seen strong institutional inflows, and XRP hit record highs following Trump's stablecoin bill, showing broad strength in the altcoin sector. Now, let's turn to the charts to see how these events have manifested in price action and what we should be watching for. Starting with the one-day chart for BTCUSD, we can observe the broader long-term trends and key price levels that have defined Bitcoin's trajectory. Looking back from March 2024 to our current date in July 2025, Bitcoin has shown a strong bullish trend, marked by higher highs and higher lows. We can see a significant surge in early May 2025, where price aggressively pushed past the 100,000 level and continued its ascent. Notice the impressive run from the approximately $95,000 level in mid-April to hitting a high of $112,000 in late May, indicating strong buying pressure. A critical price level that has emerged is the $123,000 mark, which served as a clear resistance just recently on July 14th, 2025, as mentioned in our news recap. The daily candle for July 14th reached a high of 123,231.07 before seeing a substantial pullback over the subsequent days. This pullback, bringing the price down to around $117,921 by the close of July 19th, aligns with the pausing here for air sentiment noted in recent reports. Support has been established around the $115,000 and $110,000 levels, which held firm during previous consolidations in late May and early June 2025. A reversal signal could be implied if Bitcoin fails to hold above the $115,000 support on this daily time frame, potentially opening the door for a retest of the $110,000 psychological level. On the bullish side, a decisive break and sustain above the $123,000 resistance would confirm continued upward momentum, potentially targeting the next major psychological level at $130,000. Now, let's narrow our focus to the 15-minute chart, specifically examining the price action from July 14th, 2025, to the present to understand the very short-term dynamics. Here, we can see the immediate aftermath of Bitcoin's rejection from the $123,000 level, marked by sharp downward movements on July 15th. The candles show increased volatility, with rapid shifts between bullish and bearish sentiment as the market digested the recent highs and the various news reports. The area around $117,000 to $118,000 appears to be a battleground, oscillating within this range over the past few days. For day traders, this range presents opportunities for quick long and short positions, but also increased risk due to frequent swings. We can identify minor resistance levels at $119,500 and $120,200, which price has struggled to consistently breach in this shorter time frame. Immediate support lies around $117,300, which has been tested multiple times in the last 24 hours. A breakdown below this short-term support could quickly send Bitcoin towards the $116,000 level. Conversely, a strong push above $119,500 on significant volume would signal a potential short-term recovery, aiming for $120,000. The denial of the Bitcoin fee cut rumors likely contributed to the price holding above key immediate supports, preventing a sharper decline after hitting its local top. For a slightly broader, but still granular view, let's examine the 1-hour chart, keeping in mind this data concludes slightly earlier than our most recent daily and 15-minute observations. This timeframe often reveals how short-term movements accumulate into more defined trends over a few days. Here, we observe a period in late June and early July where Bitcoin was in a consolidation phase, generally trading between $105,000 and $108,000. The price frequently tested the $108,000 resistance zone, indicating a ceiling for this period, while finding consistent support near $105,000. You can see multiple attempts to break out of this range, with increased volume accompanying upward moves, suggesting accumulation or strong buying interest. The current daily chart showing prices well above these levels demonstrates a successful breakout from this particular hourly consolidation. This indicates that when the price eventually did break above this range, it did so with conviction, aligning with broader bullish sentiment that led to the recent $123,000 high. Understanding these past consolidations on the 1-hour chart helps us appreciate the scale of the subsequent rallies and anticipate future retests of similar patterns. The overall structure in this hourly view shows resilience, where pullbacks were met with buyers, a healthy sign for sustained upward movement. In recap, Bitcoin BTCUSD stands at a crucial juncture on July 20, 2025. The overall long-term trend on the daily chart remains bullish, driven by positive regulatory news like the stablecoin bill and persistent institutional interest, including Block's S&P 500 inclusion providing indirect crypto exposure. However, the immediate short-term picture, observed on the 15-minute chart, shows a consolidation and slight pullback from the recently tested $123,000 resistance level. Key price levels to watch are the immediate support at $117,300, followed by stronger supports at $115,000 and $110,000 on the daily timeframe. For bullish continuation, a decisive breakout and sustained trading above $123,000 is essential, which could open the path towards $130,000 and potentially new all-time highs. This prediction has a moderate likelihood, 60%, if buying volume increases and no significant negative macro news emerges. On the bearish side, a breakdown below the $117,300 and $115,000 supports would signal weakness, with a retest of $110,000 becoming highly likely. 70% probability under such conditions. This would be reinforced if the upcoming week brings any unexpected tightening of financial conditions or renewed FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, from unverified rumors, similar to the fee cut speculation. Traders should monitor volume accompanying price movements. Strong volume on breakouts or breakdowns confirms the validity of the move. Furthermore, keep an eye on broader market sentiment and any further regulatory developments, as clarity on crypto laws tends to be a strong bullish catalyst. The path ahead for Bitcoin is contingent on maintaining positive momentum and successfully overcoming the $123,000 hurdle while robustly defending current support levels.